Hello. You're listening to Questboard, a podcast where we make up random side quests. My name is Brandon.
And I'm Tiffany. And just so you know, we are not professional writers in any way, shape, or form. At least we don't claim to be. We just really like tabletop RPGs, and we do this for fun.
That's right. And guess what, Tiff?
What?
I feel like a huge weight have been lifted off my shoulders
Yeah, you feel a little bit better now?
because my campaign is finally over and I'm no longer the DM.
Well, you know what?
Side note, I like being a DM
Yeah.
and I want to continue being a DM. But the problem is like the way I made, and I'm sure if you listen to all my Monster of the Week updates, I do above and beyond on things and bits
He
for
does.
this campaign.
He really does.
Compared to like normal D&D where it's just like, okay, I just need to think of a scenario and that'd be fine.
Yeah.
This one I'm like, can I make something them do something in real life?
He made it very immersive.
But yeah, so a certain person in our group is leaving, and so I had to push up the schedule.
Yeah.
And I had to drop 2 planned sessions and just do the last one.
They sounded like fun, though. He told us about them afterwards.
Well, I told them all my ideas.
Yeah.
But so I had my final, since the very beginning, I had the final one planned, which was the reason why creepy things kept happening in town.
He tied up the loose ends. Yay.
Not all of them, but
The main ones.
it was just an explanation of why weird things and why no one believed them or
He
the
did
players.
never explain the cat thing.
Oh, the cat thing was just, there's things beyond the town.
Yeah.
It was just like a dealing cat.
Yeah.
A favor dealing cat.
I like dealing.
Deal dealing.
Yeah.
It was just a random one.
And that is now the name of that species, the deal.
Yeah, sure. The shape-shifting cat. But I basically made a monster that was like very influenced on midsummer festivals. If you ever saw the movie Midsummer, where it's like a creature that it's like that small town kind of cultish feel, but it's more of like a hive mind control, like we happy few. I keep referencing that during the sessions as well, where everything is happy and bright and everything's perfect. We live in a perfectly great small town kind of thing.
Yep. Everything is sunshine and lollipops.
And so then call in monsters to call the ne'er-do-wells, called the less desirables of
Those
the town.
who do not comply.
Or it was just less desirables.
Yeah.
And then the party freaks out. It's like, oh, join our little community, thing. It's a perfect community.
Just everyone turns and smiles and says,
Yeah.
join us.
Yeah,
And it's like, ugh.
It was very much like, cult join us kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then
it's creepy.
everyone was questioning like, oh, why are we affected? Why are we affected? And so then I revealed that it's like as a joke, because this is based off Courage the Cowardly Dog, where in the show, the grandmother adds vinegar to everything. And, it's a running gag in the show because vinegar is horrible.
And it was a running gag in our game as well, because every time Grandma made us any kind of food, a lot of us would just roll to see if we could stomach it, just for fun. It wasn't like an actual mechanic.
No.
But it was fun.
And so I thought it would be great to incorporate that in the session. And so my plan I think from the very beginning was, it was going to be where the vinegar shocked people out of their mind control stoop.
Yeah.
And so then...
And it's not just any vinegar.
Yeah, it was like the aged vinegar or whatever.
It was our grandma's special
We
vinegar.
did joke around before, like earlier in this campaign. And so had the grandmother give it to an NPC just to show the party, like, this is what happens.
Yeah, just a little cut aside to be like, oh, yes, you need to try
But I
my
made a
vinegar.
personal rule that if any NPC will do it, or I've set up where if the players had to drink it to save themselves or anything like that, they will have to take a shot of vinegar. And I actually bought some vinegar, some like white vinegar.
Yep.
And to show for the NPC, any NPC who did it, I will take the shot because I represent all the NPCs.
And yeah, he sat there and took a shot of vinegar, and all of us were just like, monster.
I told everyone to bring like their favorite drink for the purpose of a chaser afterwards, because no one is going to like it.
Yeah, and the perfect cover for that was we were playing on Cinco de Mayo. So telling everyone bring your favorite drink kind of blends in with that.
Well, my chaser was margaritas.
That too.
But anyway, so then I took one, all that stuff, and then I gave every player one shot glass, and it's like, this represents the one vial you have.
Yep.
And you know what the party does? Can we get more? And I'm like, I'm not going to produce any more of this because that means possibly more NPCs will drink it, i.e. me, or then they're going to be drinking. I'm like, I had to shut down, I swear, 3 times where I'm like, you guys are not getting any more. This is a finite.
We wanted to make the whole town drink it.
No, that's me. And so after a while and all that stuff, you guys were just burning your luck because it's like, it's a final session. You knew it was a final session. And so then, and when you didn't have to, you guys rolled well. And so I couldn't get you guys mind controlled so that you would have to take shots.
Nope.
They used 2 of the vials and both of them on NPCs. So I drank a total of 3 vinegar shots that night.
And he's the only one that did.
And I was the only one that did.
No one else had to drink any vinegar.
And I will be honest now, I will say this. I was saving this for the podcast. At one point during that night, after the first one, I did have a wave of nausea.
Oh no.
It like in my stomach, I was just like repressing that, and I was able to recuperate myself. But I had a single moment of weakness.
And it wasn't the alcohol.
No, it was clearly not the alcohol. Yeah, it was rough, but I told you guys at the night, and I'll say it now on the podcast, I will never make you guys do anything that I wouldn't do.
Right.
And so if I was going to force you guys to like take vodka shots, vinegar shots, then I have to be willing to do it that myself.
Right.
And so that's what I did.
I mean, if we all drank, you probably would have made it vodka.
No, because I didn't know how many people would be comfortable drinking alcohol.
Right, no, but if we were all comfortable drinking alcohol.
No, it would still been vinegar because that was the bit.
I know, but what if the bit was that Grandma adds a little bit of vodka to all of her meals?
Then it would have been vodka.
The alcohol cooks out.
Sure. But it's got to be something super strong.
Yeah.
Drink
no, that's something
kids.
a little Russian granny would do. Like, Grandma, what's your secret ingredient? Vodka.
Thanks for smashing the desk.
Sorry.
Anyway, so yeah, so that happened. You guys rolled mostly fine. Then you guys had a plan of just like sniper on the roof assassination style on the mayor. Who was the monster was the mayor.
The monster was the mayor. Yeah.
It wasn't just, oh, let's shoot a random NPC. It was the monster. And I really liked the feel that I did where it's like, okay, the first shot.
Yeah.
I had someone step in front with the big old smile, mind control, like instant kill.
Yeah, and like the way he described it, everyone in town had the biggest like smile on their face, the most unnatural,
so imagine
toothy smile.
It's from the movie Smile or Smile 2.
Mm-hmm.
I just imagine that. Look that up if you want to. Yeah, it was very creepy. But also, I had one of the people step in front of the bullet, take the shot, and was instantly killed.
Yeah.
Which you guys have been trying to avoid killing him, so it's like really extra punch about like how creepy this whole thing is.
Right.
And how much you need to take out the mayor.
Yeah, and he was just using innocent people as fodder.
But at the very end, I finally got the mundane to be switched. I'm like, you're on Team Brandon now. For now.
And the rest of us are just like, he'll be fine. And just kept going.
In which, oh god, this ending was like the person who was sniping shot another shot, got a really good roll, got a 12.
Yep.
And so I said, okay, now that there's only one person standing next to the mayor, and that's the newly converted person, the player. I'm like, if you roll just straight 2d6 and you get that 12, you are going to step in front and you're going to die. This is last session. I don't care if anyone dies or not. Or everyone gets converted. And so he rolls, he got an 11.
Yep.
It was like, oh, so close.
He was so close to taking a step in front of that shot.
And would have died instantly.
Yep.
It was going to be just a straight, like, no, you don't, like, do the harm to your character and then, like, you still survive it.
Right,
no, it was just straight death.
Headshot.
It was a take the bullet,
Yeah.
for him. But you guys killed the mayor and all that stuff.
And I managed to light the mayor's office on fire.
Yes, you did.
Accidentally.
And then we did nice like epilogue and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I will say for like kind of after the campaign notes, I said it to you guys before. It's like I unintentionally made a coming of age story that was like horror based
Pretty much.
For these teens.
Yeah.
And I think that was kind of funny because it's like coming age stories is like you don't generally think like of like, oh, I'm making a horror thing, and then it turned into a coming of age story.
Right.
And then looking back on it, I realized that's kind of funny because everyone actually, most of you guys grew as characters, and a lot of things happened.
Yeah.
And which like it was kind of like funny in that way, kind of like, well, for the other characters like the mundane, he did not learn anything.
Not a thing.
And all that stuff.
He went right back to exactly how he was before.
Yes.
Which is exactly who he was supposed to be.
But yeah, just to cut it short because this intro is going very long.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a great time. I'm happy it's done. I still want to DM because I very much am a kind of person who prefers DMing and enjoys DMing. Maybe next time.
Yep.
My next campaign I'm going to do is going to be D&D, so it'll be less in-person interactions.
Yeah.
But I have a chaotic one in mind that might be like a quick one.
Oh, fun.
We will see.
Well,
I have to convince the group to let me DM again.
You have now passed the mantle on to me. So
Yeah.
I'm the next DM.
And so you guys will be hearing the updates of Tiff's new campaign, and we talk about that.
And we're going to be playing in the wonderful world of Obojima, Tales from the Tall Grass. I helped kickstart that, and I'm extremely excited to play in that world.
Well, we'll see if she actually incorporates any of our episodes into her campaign.
I'd have to make it fit that campaign setting, so that'll be interesting.
Well, you could always mold things. I molded several of our stuff into
that is true. Yeah, you
my
did.
own thing. So we always encourage that. So let's see if this quest that we're going to make today will fit into your Obojima Tales.
Yeah, let's find out.
I got a card to draw.
Ooh.
Home for sale. Nice single family home right in the heart of town. Recently vacated and ready for a new owner.
You know what this means?
Vampire.
It's vampires.
Do you want to do that, or
You always question.
this is such a mundane thing?
Why is it recently vacated?
I mean, we could latch
What
onto that
happened?
part.
Yeah. Recently vacated. Why? What happened to the family that lived there? Did they move? Did they suddenly have to move? Why is it just now going for sale? Why not before they moved? Are they dead? Or did they vanish?
I mean,
Also, can I have it? Because I want a bigger
excuse me,
house.
you already have a house. I want it if it's cheap.
My house is too small for all my stuff.
Stop hoarding. Now this is turning into a therapy session.
No, it's not a therapy
So,
session because I won't stop.
I imagine, yeah. I imagine this could be one where it's like the son is selling it, and then it's like, oh yeah, like my father like disappeared or whatever, and he's gone and all that stuff. And so by law, I've inherited it, and I just want to sell it, get rid of it, and all that stuff. And it could be one of those like rundown houses where it's like super cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like anything in there is fully quote unquote furnished, where it's old furniture kind of thing.
Right.
It's like it comes with everything that's in the house you get to have kind of thing.
Okay, so this can...
And then they can find something in the attic that leads to something else.
Yeah. That's always fun.
Yes.
This can lead to giving your party a home base to come back to.
True.
Because in some campaign settings,
it depends on the kind of campaign you're doing.
Right. If it's not like a big grand journey type thing, maybe it's you set up home base in the capital or something, and then you just kind of like branch out from there and go on adventures.
But
and
what
come
I
back.
don't want to do is what every RPG does is like, oh, there's a recently vacated house, or you recently buy a recently vacated house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's haunted with ghosts and all that stuff. And you have to take care of ghosts just to make it habitable kind of thing. I don't want to do that.
Not ghosts. I get that.
Not mimics either.
Fine.
I knew it. I knew that came across your mind.
It actually didn't, but that would be
I'm
funny.
cutting that out so it makes it look like I read your mind.
Okay, so what do they find in the attic?
I don't know, treasure map. We've done that a lot recently, I feel like.
How about an old wardrobe with a portal in the back of it?
Oh, you're doing Lion and Witch and Wardrobe.
Yeah, a portal that leads to the Feywild. Eee.
I mean, that could be a possibility.
Yeah. And, just flavor it as a wardrobe. Or you can make it anything else, honestly.
Okay,
a mirror or
do
something.
you want to try to do a venture thing or stepping stone thing, or do you want to say vampires? We have... It's been a while since we've done that. It's probably been like 5-6 months since we did a vampire.
Never actually used that. We've threatened it many times.
Yes, because we found something else.
Yeah.
But I feel like this one is so mundane. We could possibly do something. I could see the possibility.
The premise of the vampires was it was an odd job that was just too easy for the party.
Or too mundane.
Too mundane. This is a house for sale. It's not like an odd job.
True.
I like the stepping stone to another adventure.
But it is the whole recently vacant where it's like it's one of those like constant step like for a vampire where it's like they move in, then there's a secret tunnel that leads into the house to allow them to easily burgle in, kill them, or grab them. Then they disappear, and then the state sells it again, and it's always like a returning thing.
Or the ones who recently vacated it were the vampires. It was like, this is a just missed them scenario.
What do you mean, like just missed them scenario?
Like originally, like maybe earlier on, if they came to this town, there would have been a different quest with the vampires. Like saying, oh, help us move all of our stuff. We're moving. Type thing. Like, oh, I'm too old and frail to move this stuff. And then surprise vampires. But now it's home for sale. And so it's like if they came back to this town, it's not vampires anymore. Maybe like if they had come to this town before and dealt with the vampires and killed them, now the home's for sale because the vampires are dead.
Hang on. Okay. Well, that just means that it's not dealing with vampires. You're just coming up with the backstory that really does not involve the party at all.
The vampires have been dealt with. And like I said, you could have a secondary quest that actually came before this one where they deal with the vampires.
That's the thing. What happens if this is the house of episode 2, Vampire Gym Bros, because that was a house that they owned.
Yeah.
I think we jokingly said in that house that it was like their parents' house or something like that.
Yeah.
What was their names? One of them was Chad. I remember Chad because that was a Gym Bro name.
Yeah.
Chad's parents' house or something like that.
Wasn't one of them named Laser?
Maybe. I think I was pulling that from like Dodgeball or something.
Okay.
It's been like 3 years, so I don't fully remember.
Yeah, if you want to go listen to that episode, go for it.
Sorry for the audio quality.
Yeah, it's old.
Oh, that's the cringiest thing about it. But, okay, so if like, let's say it's after that, it's that house exactly. So it encourages the DM to incorporate that
I was saying
quest.
just a different family of vampires, but it could be them too.
I'm just trying to tie in with some previous thing we've done.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like, because we've, set the precedence for there's random vampires out there that are trying to lure people into traps and whatnot.
I know, but
maybe
the
this
way
is after
the
they've
way
dealt
you
with
said,
one.
yeah, and that was
no,
one
I'm
of them
saying
is the Gym Bros.
I'm not saying a quest we've already made. I'm saying insert random family of vampires here.
But what I'm saying also is if we do the whole it's afterwards, then that doesn't add anything to this quest right now because the vampires already dealt with. It doesn't exist. They're just buying a house then?
Yeah.
So there is no quest for this quest.
No.
We are quest board.
The vampires have been dealt with. I'm just giving the house backstory.
Yeah, but we need to make a quest out of this instead.
You can give them cool things to find in the house that are vampire related so they can figure out, oh, wait a sec, we bought this house from vampires.
Okay, so you're just saying like this will be, instead of using that backstory or anything like that, you're saying that it's going to find clues to then lead them to a different vampire, so then it's now a stepping stone to go find a vampire? if they
That's
actually ever
not-
care about that.
That's not what I was saying, but that's cool.
Well, I'm trying to actually make a quest outside. Every episode,
know,
we
I
need
know.
to make a quest.
I was giving backstory for the house.
Yes, but we need to determine what we want to do in the direction of what the players are going to do with this house if they
Okay.
decide to buy it. Then we could come up with a backstory to justify whatever action we want them to do.
Fine.
I think that's proper, like,
I know.
structuring.
And it doesn't have to be vampires.
No. It was just something so mundane that we lean towards it.
It is quite mundane.
And so, do you
want to go with the portal in the attic type thing? Or maybe, letters and things and, I don't know, random maps and whatnot leading to other vampires. Maybe we'll turn this into a vampire hunting
how about
campaign.
this? I just thought of something. It's sort of based off something we've already done, though.
What you got?
Do you remember that one Questober episode about a little girl that went into a book world?
Oh, yeah.
So what happens if it's what I said before, which is it was a son, his dad disappeared, and it's his dad's house and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if the dad is a writer kind of thing, shut-in writer, and was so obsessed with the story and the world he made and all that stuff, and somehow found a way magically to get into the book and all that stuff?
Okay, so his dad...
And this might be pulling a lot of what we already did.
Yeah.
But it's like, what happens if they find his study and the book is just right there on the table and you see the page flip and it's continue writing? Like,
okay.
Either through a magic quill or if it's like more subtle, it's just the words are
Just appearing.
blotting in and appearing in.
Yeah, I like that.
Because we've already done this before.
Yes.
And that's the problem.
So what you're saying is we've now found the author of that book.
The author of the book is, well, the child was the author of the book when we did it before.
No, I don't think the child was the author. I think it was just...
The child had control of the world.
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
No. Maybe? I don't think the child was the author.
But the child had control of the world. I do remember that fact.
Yeah, because they were the reader.
Something like a magical pen or something.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? We go Claire Obscure route then.
I was already thinking Claire Obscure.
He's able to paint a world within a painting.
Okay, so it's a painting now?
Now we're going full Claire Obscure. Okay. And
so
then,
there's an art studio in the attic.
Yes, or he's got instead of an office, it's a paint studio.
Yeah.
So imagine, instead of a library in that second story kind of thing.
Right.
In which there will be just one painting and all that stuff.
And it seems unfinished? Or does it seem finished?
I would say it seems finished, but I think it'll be like, hey, if you have a high enough perception, you see like what looks like somewhat faint movements. Like what happens if it's like a painting of just like a nature landscape or nature scene kind of thing?
Okay.
But it's short distance. It's not like super far distance.
Right.
But then you see like the brushes moving like in the wind.
Oh, okay.
It'll be kind of weird. And then notice that it's more of a like, they do this in a lot of movies, like the gooey kind of like flexible kind of barrier kind of thing.
Right.
And then stepping into it's like stepping into water and then you're in the other world kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then he, I don't know, if we want to make this super sad and depressing, the father like had a young daughter who died tragically in an accident and became obsessed and then became a shut-in.
Yeah.
And then has somehow gained the ability to paint worlds within a painting.
Yeah.
And then just create a world for him to spend time with his daughter and became fixated.
Maybe...
And then he spent too much time in this painting, didn't want to leave, and then everyone thought he died or disappeared and then was going to sell the house.
Maybe the house is filled with paintings of said daughter, and as you go deeper into the house, or as you notice more and more of these paintings, some of them almost seem alive, like they might be moving a little bit, like he's just starting to figure out how to paint life into his paintings. So it's like the first one you see looks really flat, almost dead, like, there's no life in the eyes, nothing, like it's not the greatest painting. But as you get deeper into the house, or as you explore more, you find better and better paintings.
By the way, I just realized, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
That we're doing back-to-back episodes about painters. Because last episode was the painter that abducted the house
Oh, yeah.
and the woman he was obsessed with.
Yep.
Anyways, sorry. I just had a realization about last week.
We're just really into painting.
Which is weird. I haven't played Clair Obscur for like 6 months.
I haven't painted anything in a hot minute. I mean, I painted my nails.
Like, oh my God.
Anyway. But as they, see more and more of his paintings, she almost seems alive to where the one closest to his studio, or the last one they look at, has like subtle head movements even, to where she's almost able to like,
Okay, do you want
point them in a direction.
Do you want to make it dark?
Okay. We already made it dark.
Somewhat. We can make it darker. You know my mind.
Oh dear.
What if it's like he has a touch of necromancy to it and he actually pulls like her soul because he can't part with it, and she, just like Verso, wants it to be over.
Yeah.
And what happens if like it's fractions of the soul? Like the last photo before it was like a small piece.
Yeah.
As a test.
Before
his final one.
Every painting that seems kind of alive is a bigger and bigger piece of her soul. So it's like fractured into a ton of pieces.
At least for the final one, it was like that was the last thing he dabbled in before like to make sure. That he could preserve as much of her soul as possible for the actual world he wants to make.
Maybe he doesn't know he's doing that.
Can I finish my thought?
Sorry.
But for that final one where he actually tries a small piece of soul and all that stuff as a test, that one who is more moving, lifelike, and all that stuff is like crying blood because like wants to like escape.
Oh.
Like doesn't want to be there.
Maybe he's
like, it's a very grotesque, like sad, well, it looks like a normal person because he's able to recreate it from memory.
Right.
But it's just like crying blood and like very grotesque on some of those things of like they want to get out.
Right.
And they can't.
Maybe he's like hung cloth over that one because he doesn't want to see her crying like that.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to paint her entire soul.
And so then use Loresa's soul for the actual world painting that he went into.
Yeah.
Because now he's obsessed and doesn't want to leave there.
Yeah.
And that like if the players go into that and all that stuff.
If the players go into that painting, they'll probably meet up with the little girl at some point.
And they'll meet up with the girl and the father.
I know, but if they
and
meet
the girl
her...
is going to show signs of like not wanting to be there, or just like I'm tired. Like do a lot of phrases like I'm tired. And there is no napping in this world because it's not a real world.
Right.
And you could see the father being persistent about no, let's continue to play. Let's continue having tea, whatever.
No, I just imagine a scene where it's just the players and the little girl, or at least some of the players, and she just says lines like, "Please let me die."
I feel
just
like
horrible things.
I feel
that.
like it'll be like a very controlling father, where he's like does not leave her side because he already lost her once. He's in a delusional state. You know, it's like that grieving father kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't leave her alone with other people. He made this world to always be with her.
Yeah, he would never leave her side.
Obsessiveness kind of thing.
Well, maybe she's just flat up saying those things to him then.
And so then if they try to stop him, he's going to fight them.
Of course.
Just create...
and he probably has some kind of cool powers.
If you think of like
world.
Clair Obscur.
Yeah.
Creationist painting like random monsters, whatever level of the party it is, you could create random monsters.
Yep.
And just have them be like paint them as like describe them as a paint-like version.
Yes.
Of whatever it is that you're making for them. I think that's very open-ended for the party.
And maybe as he's running low on health, he's running out of paint. So any critter he makes is like less and less detailed.
Yes. Or if you want to create a finite amount for him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I have 10 of this resource. If you create a monster of 3 challenge rating, it takes up 3 of that resource. And so you could somewhat balance it for him if you want to do that.
That could also work.
Or you could just wing it like most DMs do and just like, okay, it's kind of drawing on he ran out of his resource.
Yeah, he's out of paint. Oh, no.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
You got to feel it, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay. I think this is a solid quest. Sad, depressing, loss of a father quest.
Yes, it is.
But I think this is a good one.
Uh-huh.
We had to search a little bit and we had to argue a little bit.
But we got there in the end.
You could let us know how everything goes and all that stuff down in the comments of this YouTube video on X at QuestBoardPod or on Blue Sky at QuestBoard. If you have the party basically go in, or the party might not even buy this stupid house.
Nope.
This is very much, I imagine 60-70% of the parties won't even buy that house and they will ignore it. So this is just a sad story for you in the back of your mind, DM. You can let us know on any of those sites what happens. If you have a job posting of your own, please something less mundane as that. Or else we're going to debate whether or not to add vampires. You can let us know on any of those sites. If you're listening to us on YouTube and want to listen to us on the go, we're on most podcasting platforms. Check them out. You can rate us on Spotify 5 stars or on iTunes 5 stars. It really helps us out.
Yeah.
And if you are listening to us on the go and want to check us out on YouTube, we usually have a nice background for you guys to look at or put as a background while you're doing other things. But also, like and subscribe on that stuff because that does help us out. I think with that, I wish you all a good night.
And happy questing.